Good evening, guys. We will start in just 10 seconds. We are waiting for some participants to join. Yeah, we are good to go. So, welcome to the Coffee with SUVC, the show which gives you the essence of the passion of what we can say, gives you passion regarding the automobile, even the sustainable development, also gives you the insights and the valuable lessons. So this is our fourth episode, and our topic of the show is the open talk on SU solar vehicle. So I think it is a need of the hour to we talk about on the solar vehicle. As we know, uh, yeah, the world is changing. It is the 21st century, and the world is dynamic. We all know that all the conventional fuels which we are running on the gasoline or diesel will be somewhere we can hold. We should rely on the now we can say the alternative fuels or the renewable energy. So solar and electric are the best option. So yes, so we will talk about this later in this chat. And what should I say? So I think this is the last session. You also have seen. This is will be taken by the. This was taken by the Ivanshu Professor. So he's working in the General Motors. And also gives some insights regarding your career and valuable lessons regarding the future of the automobile industry, regarding the what we can say the further doing the MS also. So that you can see also the lesson. So yes, I'm Prakhar Agrawal. I'm the host for you today. So I will tell you about a little bit about myself. So basically, I have went to the US and done masters in automotive system engineering from University of Michigan Dearborn. Although I drop out in between some because of the some reason. Also, I have participated in certain events like Baha for the consecutive 2 years in 2015 and 16 in my undergrad. So yes, let's talk and start this show. So as we know, there is one famous quote by the Elon Musk. So what he say that when we want something very important enough, so you should do it, even the odds are against of you. So yes, as we have seen in the last day also, the last night, he has sent two men on the orbit. So it is the first remarkable and the awesome we can say he has done. His company also Tesla have the same vision. So he created that automobile or the he just changes the dynamic. So we are also having some guests who are having the same vision. I would like to introduce our three guests. So first is Ajit Singh Jadon, second is Bharat, and third is Karan. So I will like to introduce. They will introduce themselves. So starting with Ajit, can you start?
Good evening, all present here. I hope you are enjoying this today, 31st May. What is we call it day of that event. I, Ajit Singh Jadon, welcome you in our session on solar vehicle. Basically, I have an experience of 1 year working in an Audi Mumbai, where I can learn and teach you the basics of about what the automobiles and the basic electricals. Then I switched to my then a corporate experience on that Vivan Solar project, where I am handling the biggest projects of solar industries. So in this session, I will teach you, I will answer you all your queries about what are the queries that you are having for the solar as well as in the basic electrical. For the management point of view, I joined SUVC in 2017. So I'm handling this as well as in the project and the management point of view, how the teams will go on. I will ready to give you the answers. Thank you. Over to Prakash.
So now Bharat will introduce. Bharat, can you go ahead?
Yes, good evening, participants. This is Bharat from Tamil Nadu. I am basically an electrical engineer, graduated in the year 2018 from K. Ramakrishnan College of Technology. It is in Trichy, my native place. I am now working as electrical department engineer in Luvia Industries, Coimbatore. And it's been like 2 years, and this is my third year along with the family of RST. and the event Saur Urja Vehicle Challenge. My specialization is like on electric subsystem and also on the team management perspective when it comes to the projects that you're going to handle. In my college time, it is like I've done one three-wheeler and one four-wheeler solar vehicle. So happy to be here. We're waiting eagerly to answer your questions, guys. Thank you.
Now I will ask Karan to introduce himself.
Yes, good evening, participants. Welcome to this show on talk on solar vehicles. Myself, Karan here, and I am a mechanical engineering graduate from Chennai, who is currently working as a piping engineer in Rambol, India, oil and gas division, Chennai. And I am also working as a business development officer for Saur Urja Vehicle Challenge for past 1.5 years. And also during my college undergraduate studies, I was the participant of various solar event competitions for the past 2 years. And in my third year, my team won the overall championship award of SCVC during SCVC 18. And after that I'm in with SCVC for this for 2 years. So my area of interest includes vehicle design and analysis, vehicle dynamics, simulations, and ergonomics. So hope if you have doubts, hope I can able to solve your doubts during this session.
Okay, so thank you, all of the guests. So I know that today's topic is very huge and you have a lot of queries. We will try to answer as much as possible. And if you have the questions, you just comment on your chat box. So simply write the questions and your name or your college name to have a see that different parts of the world, different parts of the India, different states have been connected. So yes, we will do. So I will ask. So let's see how the participants. Okay, there are more number of participants are very much. So from who are from the first year, they can type in the comment. Yes, they are in first year. Number of people. A lot of people have joined. Ankit Kumble, Ankit Agrawal, Abhishek, Gokul, Hari Prashant. I cannot write the name of all of you. So yeah, okay. So we will, yeah. Okay. So I think there are a lot of people will be joining soon. So yes, we will start. So the first question I will like to ask you, Ajit, since you are the founder of this organization and that from the first year, since it is your fourth year this time. So what is the vision when you started this SEVC?
So, Prakash, basically, when I was in the third year and just doing my project on solar vehicle. So, my mind, as I belong from the BSF background, my mind, the idea came like, why should we not open this solar vehicle platform to all engineers who are doing the various engineering activities? I was highly motivated from that business tycoon Elon Musk, who is doing a great in that Tesla and other models. So from that day, my idea it came out in 2016, and we have executed this idea in 2017 in form of SUVC, where we are providing a platform to all engineers all over the India to design and implement your theories in a practical way by making a dream to your solar vehicle project. And we are providing a platform to come down the event and show their skills as well. So the idea behind the mission of this XUVC they came out is that like what are the learnings you are getting you can implement in the corporate world, because generally you can see because many of the participants or the students scenario is not good because the corporate wants good things, some leadership skills, and here in SCVC we are proud to announce that we have built some of the leaders.
Okay, it is awesome. I think you are doing a great job since the future is going to be the solar and electric, and you are doing this push, making the students ready for the corporate world. So yes, good. So the next question I will ask from Karan. Karan, can you tell me what is the really the difference between the conventional vehicle that we are using and the what your event is making like a solar vehicle? Can you little bit differentiate between so that have all the participants who are joining will have a crystal clear idea?
Yes, yes, Prakar. To go with to main difference, like we can see the between although there are number of difference between an IC engine, internal combustion driven vehicles, and to be specific, renewable energy driven vehicle. Under the renewable energy category, we will be having three to four categories like battery driven, hybrid, and plug-in hybrid, fuel cell driven, and also the solar electric. So to start with, the major difference is the energy source. The energy source for the IC-driven vehicles is nothing but the engine, and with the fossil fuel, like the processed fossil fuels like petrol, diesel. And on the other side, we will be using a battery for the renewable battery, fuel cells, and solar. So that is one difference. And coming to next, the tailpipe emissions, as we commonly see in IC engine vehicles, which is contributing significantly to the carbon footprint in the atmosphere, which is causing global warming and pollution. But in the other case, there is nil. There is zero emissions. And coming to next is the operating cost. If you compare with the operating cost of electric vehicles to that of IC, the operating cost is very much less. For example, for an e-bike, it costs just rupees 10 for an 100 kilometer, for example, on an average. But if you go for a petrol driven vehicle, as we know, it is giving mileages up to 50 kilometer per hour or 60 kilometer per hour. So if you compare this, the operating cost is far much lower. And the electric vehicle layout is very simple. Like it just have a battery, motor, and a controller to drive the circuit. Whereas in compared to the other thing, like it is having a engine auxiliary components in it, major controller valves, cams, governors, and the thing which adds huge weight to that also. And
Okay,
next,
it's awesome. I think you have given a clear connection. We will talk more about how the
sure.
solar vehicle is built and what actually they have the project plan, and we will discuss later. So I just have one question. I think Bharat, you can answer that. What is the scope of the type of solar vehicle that you are building in this event? It can be mass produced so that it can come up to the market.
Yes, one important question has been asked by you, Prakar sir. Like every student here or participant or person who is fanatic about solar vehicles will want to know what exactly is the scope of this particular vehicle in the market. So when we see about the scope, already we are seeing many companies and the government also introducing schemes for bringing in electric vehicles. So we are also happy that SUVC is working towards that. So we expect like electric vehicle mobility will be active in not more than 5 or 10 years from now, possibly. Apart from that, when we say that solar electric vehicle, so in general, electric vehicles will be soon into the market in not more than 5 or 10 years. But when we say solar specific electric vehicle, it is still a challenge that people in automobile industry are facing, as well as we openly give the challenge to the students here, because we know like solar power is still under development. So in order to charge the battery that we are using inside the vehicle, so the scope is obviously there, and the automobile industry is also looking forward for engineers to come up with the knowledge of electric vehicle production, and that is the entire motto of this event, obviously.
Yeah, I think it is awesome because I think the companies need now R&D department who can work on the solar vehicles or do can testing on the electrical and the solar vehicles particularly. So by doing this type of event, they will learn some skills on get their hands dirty. So yeah, it is good. I think. So let me ask one more question to now. Ajit, you can answer. So, what is the difference between the price that one SUVC your vehicle cost and the market price of the another vehicle which is coming like you can say electric rickshaw. I have went into the Delhi. I've seen the electric rickshaw is working, and many companies have come with this. So, what you can say like?
So see, as in the commercial, we can assume like that, yes, electric rickshaws and e-vehicles are already in the market, and the cost of these will be approximately range from 1.20 to 1.5 lakhs, means 1 lakh 20,000 to 1.5 lakh. While coming back to your, we called it like SUVC project. So you can design in a minimum cost of around 80,000 only. First thing, one of the team already achieved this. They participated in 2018. The team name was Team Suneva. And the captain has, because captain is having various issues with the financial, so they designed the project with the minimum cost of 80,000. But on an average, if I'm talking, so that average cost of solar vehicle will gone up to 1.5 lakh. That would be sufficient to win the championship and can handle all the availabilities that in the rounds.
Okay, it's good. I think the this is also the objective of the project also. I think the
Mhm.
cost support also. I think you are making like in the I have seen in the Baha. I think so. Yes, students will learn a lot. So I ask all the participants. They can also ping the question in the chat box. I will invite them to speak friendly but you just pin the questions in the chat box. There is a message box in the right side of your laptop or the screen which you are watching this video. Just write down there is one two options, people and chat. So just go to the option in the chat and just write your question. Whatever the question will be, it will be any question, and this guy will be asking you all queries at the maximum best. Okay, so can we? I will ask the question from Karan. So, what is the project plan that students should start when they go for the project of solar car making?
Yes. For a student making a solar car vehicle as a project, to start with, they must form the team, like who are all the interested members who are willing to join and make the project. They would form the team, and next to that, they need to select the type of vehicle that they are going to manufacture. For solar, like they are going either for a single seater or a multi seater or a hybrid type. It depends on them. So they are going to, they're going to design the class, under which class they are going to design the vehicle. Next, they should frame the budget. How many, like how much will be the cost of the entire budget, including the registrations, the components procurement, and the event travel expenditure, accommodation, and other things. Next,
Okay.
going to that, we are next going to that. Depending on the financial budget and the requirements, different design requirements that they are going to get, they need to split the team. Like for the majorly, we can split the team into two halves: one working for the technical and one working for the marketing. And coming to the technical part, we can split the technical team into major two streams. One is mechanical and another is electrical. Mechanical includes design and analysis, which comes under chassis, and the second is the driving. Second is the suspension, brake, steering, and if we needed, like you can and next the transmission, and if needed, we can add one more team include for the bodyworks and aesthetics. Next, going for the electrical, we can add for battery and BMS, and more drivetrain, that is a motor. Next is the solar. For if team manufacturing solar vehicle, they are going for solar panel and MPPT, and one more can be done for wire harnessing and safety.
Okay. Okay. So
This
there must be some guidelines which the student have to be follow. Some type of rule book you will be publishing, or like that. It's like that, na?
Yes,
Uh,
for every event, like they will be given a set of rules and design criteria to be followed
okay.
for manufacturing, considering the safety and the design.
Okay, safety and the ergonomics has to be
Yeah.
play a major role, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So I would like to ask a question, further question from Bharat. Even in this, besides that, any participant who can want to answer, ask a question uh, can pin the questions in the comment box. Okay. So, Bharat, what I want to ask is that, like, if I am a NAVE student, like I'm working in the second year or the third year, so what are the materials which are required to start this, like a journey? It's I think 6 to 8 months journey. So, where I can get the materials, like how to build this solar vehicle or the electrical vehicle which I build. So, what are the references or the books which will I can get for this building? So, how you just help the students?
Yes, sir. Like one important material. So whether we say it as a material or not, it matters with the interest as the primary criteria for the students to move forward for this doing the project. So interest is going to be the primary material.
Okay.
Then when it comes to the technical materials, rather than going in much more bookish, we can insist the students to learn whatever softwares or like skills are actually required. So the first thing that they have to do is to master the basics in whichever field that they're going into. As much as I am familiar, when they want to do a car, okay, or a vehicle, first thing that they have to master is the when it comes to my department, the electrical basics they have to be very strong with respect to the power transfer, whatever the parameters that are involved. The three basic parameters like voltage, current, power, and the capacity, something like that. There are several parameters on which they have to learn. When we see about the mechanical parts, they must have the imagination skills in order to design a vehicle, and then they must be very strong with the vehicle dynamic concepts, so that they can start doing a vehicle in a proper sequence, which can be elaborated much more better by Karan sir as it is. And then it is like they can move in for many research papers available in online, so that they can get some knowledge on where to start and how to move. And obviously the rule book of our event SUVC will also serve as an encyclopedia for them to understand what is to be done and what is not to be done on the event perspective, as well as towards doing a better car.
Okay, okay. So Ajit, I would like to answer that since I have searched all this, like there is a one mindset of the people. I just want to clarify from you. Suppose I am the customer. I always been skeptical, like whether I go for the electric or solar vehicle, because the range of the vehicle, like I have to go and charge the battery, and the speed of the vehicle will be less, or such type of problems are there. So how do you overcome this type of problem through your event, or what is the top speed of your vehicle, so that driver can unleash that passion, or what you can say, the thrill or the adrenaline in the blood?
Okay, so coming into that way, we have designed SCBC in such a 5 dynamic event where you can feel the heat of the actions of the dynamic things, right? First, we start with the brake and acceleration test, where your vehicle should meet. We are checking your acceleration of the vehicle. While in the other rounds, we are checking your steerings and all. Last coming in the endurance round, where we are allowing the maximum speed of around 60 kmph. And in
Okay.
this round, this is a very what we crucial round where all the teams are preparing whole the year for that. They are preparing for that, and this is the only 2 hour round where they can represent their vehicle, what they have done in the whole year. And this year, they will compete all that technically inspected vehicles in the endurance round, where what the maximum lap covered by any vehicle will be awarded with check prizes and cash, and the overall winner should be also depend on the endurance.
Okay, okay.
So on the future point, as my friend you have asked, that what are the future points in that? So yes, in the future, we are creating the leaders who know about what are the basic things which need to be implemented in solar vehicle, like how they can synchronize solar panel with the batteries and the motors, and how they can design and analysis their roll gauge, how safety can be considered. So these types of things will be going on throughout the year, and the final will be done on the endurance round.
Okay. So, Karan, there is one question I think. So, what are the things that will be considered while manufacturing the vehicle? I think they do not directly manufacture the vehicle directly. So, there might be some doing some prototype for learning some software. Which type of software you are suggesting? Since you have the winner of the one of the 2018 event, so all the participants who are joining this event, they would love to know.
Yes, to start with, like the design phase. First, that first thing, like for a design engineer to be here in the team, is to imagine. Like if you must imagine how your vehicle will be looking. So you can start with sketching, hand sketching, to get a brief outlook of your vehicle, how it would be, and to visualize them. Visualize them, you can go with basic 3D softwares like PTC Creo, SolidWorks, or CATIA. So to the modeling, you must learn the very fundamentals of the softwares. Like all the 3D softwares will have some of the common interface for sketching, 3D modeling, extrusion, and some editing operations also. So basically, like for roll cage modeling, you can prefer SolidWorks as it has a wide range of options to work with, such as weldments and frame, and then for the frame, so that you can easily draw a 3D sketch, and you can use the weldment option to create a roll cage.
Okay, good. So one question has come, Ajit, for the Ajit sir. Can you please tell me what is the tentative budget of manufacturing vehicle for SUVC car or some other known some solar events?
Sorry, I didn't get your question, Prakhar. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, one question has come from the one of the participant. Can you please?
Can participant tell his name? Can you give
Uh,
the?
I think it is from the RST account, I think. So the question is like that. Can you please tell me what is the tentative budget of manufacturing vehicle for SUVC car or the some events like that?
Okay, so generally for manufacturing, if I am saying, so manufacturing I divided in 4 phases. Manufacturing first of the SUV comes out with the most important thing is the roll gauge, where the pipe selection should be done. So in that, approximately budget of around 25 and 30,000 will be sufficient to purchase the pipes and valve. Then coming out the assembly of different components, like we called it suspension, steering, brakes, wheel assembly, and all parts, right? So in that, I think the budget of around we called it 40,000 is much more sufficient to uh, cover all these things. Now coming with that to all the electrical components. In that components, you can assume like take the budget of around 60,000 should be there to run the proper rounds and available all the things, and rest of the things you can manage in around what we call it 20,000 all things. So perfectly a vehicle, as I told you, like 20,000, 30,000 is your roll gauge budget. 40,000 will be your we called it brake assemblies and all parts budget, and 60,000 will be your electrical component budget. So 1,30,000 already open, and 20,000 you can expand in body works and all. So completely a perfect vehicle can be made in 1.5 lakhs. If a team of around 40 members are there, so they can contribute hardly 4,000 or 5,000 for their major production cost. And this project can be their pride moment for the college as well.
Okay. So I think you have also given the my next question. So it will be like that. How will the student arrange the funds? So they can contribute, or there is some any other method they can give to arrange the funds. Karan, can you answer this question?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Prakar. Like we have one more question from Yogi Raj. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, because he's asking like what are the opportunities for pre-final year and final year students to engage into electric and solar vehicle lab? Yes. Yes, to answer to that question, Yogiraj, like in my tenure, like when I was in third year, I was in the part of the solar car team. So eventually at the end of the year, we won the SUVC 18 title. And during my final year course, I got an opportunity from a startup company in Chennai to work with the design and analysis for their e-bike. So with this my experience, I went to their interview and I performed really well. Based on this, because the electric vehicle, you are doing a project related to them, industry relevant. So it helped me a lot there. And eventually I got an intern there, and I was working for more than 6 months, and eventually got after my final year, I got into them as a design engineer. So still like I am working there also as a part-time there as a design engineer for their product. So like you can expect more like during your student college phase, like you can get a lot of internships based on your experience in this events. And you also mentioned also please help with the specific skills required. That it purely depends on in which stream you are working. So if you're on mechanical, like you can work with primarily, like if you are a development in the space, like you can work with majorly design and analysis, where there's a lot of scope for a fresher. Like you can explore more there. Like instead, if you're going for a proper industry, like you have to really stick to that whatever their software that they are available. But if you work for any newly developed startups or the developing companies, like you will have a major role to play there. Like you will learn more, you spend a lot of time, and you will develop with more softwares there. and you put your own ideas and innovations to bring the product into reality. So it purely depends on you to work with
Okay.
it.
There is one more question from the one mechatronics engineer. So this question is like that, sir, is weight really matters for a vehicle, or if a vehicle with good aerodynamics matter?
Yes, it really both are what to say, indispensable. Like both are important. But when it comes to comparison of the both with respect to solar vehicle, the two of a student project level, like aerodynamics, we can neglect up to certain extent, provided the vehicle speed does not exceed more than 60 km/h. Like aerodynamic part will be taken into consideration only when the vehicle speed exceeds 60 km/h. So the major aspect like of a vehicle design is to reduce the weight as much as possible for the stability of the vehicle to be considered, because if you are reduce the weight means naturally as you know, the center of gravity or the center of mass will be naturally kept low. So if you lower the center of gravity, the better the stability of the vehicle will be. So in the unsprung weight, as you know, like the weight of the vehicle, which is not carried by the spring, that is the assembly of the wheel, brake and steering. Like if naturally, like if it is more, like if your center of gravity will be, it naturally will get lower. So which in turn ensures stability. So that is the reason like weight is important.
Okay, okay. So I think I will ask a further question. How to select the battery and the motor? Since all of the participants, you are saying that they have, like to have a battery and a motor. So what specification can Bharat can answer this question, or Ajit, anyone?
Yes, sir. I'll
Okay.
take up this question. When it comes to battery and motor selection, as the sequence of team work and management explained by Karan sir, the first thing that the team must be concerned about is the budget. So,
Okay.
if in case the team is comfortable with going in for a expensive battery, the teams are recommended to buy lithium-ion batteries. Even in lithium, there are several types of batteries available in lithium family alone. We have lithium sulfur, lithium ferrophosphate, and lithium ion. Anything that is feasible for the team, they can buy it. And when it comes to the selection of the specific type of lithium ion cell, they can go in for the easily available market cells with the specification like something like 3.2 volt. So lithium ion cells, which they can arrange. And when they go in for a lithium ion battery bank, they must definitely have a BMS unit, battery management system, which is mandatory. So collectively, when we say a lithium ion cell of 100 Ah would cost something like 1 lakh, or 80,000 to 1 lakh, something will be the budget for that. If in case they cannot like bear that much of the budget, I insist the teams to go in for lead acid batteries, wherein like they can reduce the cost to something like 30% from that of lithium ion cell. They can buy it for cheap. And when it comes to the motor, again, like we usually insist the teams to go in for BLDC. It matters whether the team is going to use a flange type motor or a hub motor based on their own requirements. When they go in for a flange type motor, they will have to take up the burden of doing some transmission and then conveying the energy to the wheels. When it comes to a hub motor, the wheel will itself be a motor. So like it will be a much more easier task for the team to go in for that. So this is how they can select the battery and motor. And more technically speaking, the teams have to first fix the power of the motor. And based on the power of the motor, the battery's capacity has to be set, which we say in terms of AH, or in terms of kWh as the capacity. So they have to go from the motor to the then the battery, and then it will be the solar panel they will be selecting as per the electrical system.
So I think Pirkala is not connected. Some of the connection issue is there.
We have the
Pirkala,
next
are you there?
question, sir.
Okay, okay. I will continue this. I think my network is a problem. So,
Sir,
one specification.
Sir, we have a question from Aniket Agarwal. Like, sir, I'm a first year, so how can we improve our skill in the field of electric vehicle? So can we ask, like, are you asking in electrical specific, or are you asking in general, Mr. Aniket Agarwal?
Niket Agrawal, you can turn your mic on and your camera also on. You can ask freely in this
Yes,
session.
like yes, he has answered, sir. Like Ajit sir, like he's asking in electrical specific. So what can skill? What would be the skill he has to develop for electrical specific?
I think Bharat, you should answer this as you are electrical engineer. If you
Yes,
can answer this.
yes, sir. Like when it comes to electrical specific, I would recommend you to understand more about the operations and the circuitry involved with respect to the battery, motor, and the solar panel. So, which is the major power system that is existing, the drive train that we can talk about. So, you must also understand the different converter circuits that are available in each and every section. For example, BMS unit is a separate conversion circuit that manages the charging of the charging of the cells inside the battery bank. So when we take up the controller for the motor, it is there are several techniques available. It is a converter that senses the position of the rotor. First job. Secondly, it does the conversion of DC input into something like AC pulses given to the lines. So it is like you have a general circuitry with different levels of controllers and microcontrollers available inside a controller. So that is what makes the motor to move. So you must have prerequisite knowledge of each and every part that is there in electrical, and then it is like you're going to put all these components into circuits. You can the popular software that you can go in for is MATLAB. So MATLAB is quite extensive for you to work on these circuitry parts. There are other softwares also where like PSpice, ETAP. You can also use those softwares. Even AutoCAD, electrical ECAD, and ARCAD can also help you in meeting your requirements for the circuitry. In one word, what I would like to say is that industries will make you do the job that they want from you. In general, you must know the concepts that are involved, basically, and you must be very clarified with the concepts that you know about the electric vehicle, and then you can easily move forward to your production of electric vehicle anywhere.
Okay, any more question? Participant can post in the comment. Karan, I would like to ask one question. Since you are the winner, you have said that in the 2018 event, you have win this. So, what are the skills that you are required apart from this manufacturing? What are the soft skills or that passion or any quality you would like to tell the students that they will require to win this event? Since many of the teams have been participating, I think in 2018 there are around 30 plus teams have participated. So what makes you unique, or what do you think that makes you overall championship? Can you share
Yes,
a little bit?
yes, I would like to share my experience. In fact, I love to do that. To go with like first thing is like time management. Like whatever the whatever the deadlines that you fix, you must meet within time. You should be very strict and very conscious about time. Like how the things like, for example, after your virtuals. That is the crucial point from the point where you want to manufacture your vehicle until the end of your completion of all the events that you are going to participate. So you for the procurement, right from the procurement of parts, the manufacturing, and the testing, you should have a specific time frame and should provide enough time to test and think. Because to my experience, what we faced in third year was like we completed started our project only in the month of February. Since due to January, the procurement part got delayed. So naturally, but we are forced to do in the month of February right at the start, and we were in a hurry to finish. Within 2 days, we manufactured the frame. Since we had completed all the design phase and analysis phase, so it was a little bit easy for us to manufacture the frame within 1 day, actually, to be specific. And the next day, we were just transporting. And but it took a long time for us to assemble other things, for joining the suspension and brakes. It took nearly 2 weeks for us to complete the entire mechanical design. And to say furthermore, not only like a equal part will be more than for electrical, so it took nearly 2 weeks to get the complete electrical. Since during my completion, the phase, like, it naturally went till the month of March. So naturally, like, we were going for the first event within 3 days. Within 4 days, it will have an event. So we didn't did proper testing there, and we took it for the vehicle to make the vehicle, and we found to be like we are facing the problem one by one during the stage of the event there. So like in acceleration test, our throttle got loosened, like it was not up to it got locked. So after the brake, even though we apply brake, it kept on moving. So like the thing like you will be, we will be facing. So for us in my team, like it went all through experience, like by participating to 2 or 3 events. We went for 3 events during the year of 2018. So naturally the lessons what we learned from the 2 events got made us to rectify all them and to bring the title winner of this event in 18.
Okay, awesome. I think it is rightly said that journey is more important than destination. So you have
Yeah.
achieved a lot, and your teammates also. So Ajit, I would like to ask one question now from you. Since all of the members are, you are saying that it can be of the number of vehicles which are using, it can be 3 or 4. So how do the participants or the team will decide that they will go for the 3-wheeler or the 4-wheeler? Also, I've seen that one of the viewer video. So some of the participants or the team, they are choosing the one wheel on the rear side and one wheel on the front side. So can you give a clear explanation on how to choose this?
Okay, so basically, before giving your answer, Prikhar, I think many of the participants are feeling sleepy. Can we do one activity in the chat? I cannot see the answer. Abhishek is doing comment. So, can everyone write SUVC in the chat box? Those who are present here, let me check that all are listening or sleeping. Okay, Yogiraj, we are getting.
Yeah, okay,
Okay,
that's
fine.
it.
Okay, all are
Nidhi,
Nidhi. Very nice. We are getting good comments. Yes, you are listening. So that's great. And we will give you opportunity as well to speak. I think, Prikhar, in the current, because hardly 20 minutes left before giving your answer, we will
okay, okay,
directly invite some of the participants by reading their name to make their camera on and ask the questions, right?
okay. We'll
So
do
now
this.
coming back,
Yeah.
okay. So coming back to your question, it is a very crucial question that teams should know that how the team should decide that whether we will go for 3-wheel or 4-wheel. So compared to, like, if I'm saying a team is very new, they did not know anything about the transmissions and very all. So I recommend personally to them to you go for 3-wheelers because you will be getting a hub motor and did not find any difficulty to win the event. But if team is wants to eager to learn everything in this SUVC, I recommend them to use a flange motor with the going with the 4 wheels. Why I'm saying that? Because when you are an experienced one and you know yes these things are going on, you should implement your learnings in a transmission as well. Because when you are implementing the 3-wheel, you will directly purchase a motor and implement that, and vehicle is running. That will be fine for the new teams. But if I'm saying you are the old teams and you want to learn, then the department of transmission, flange motor to study flange motor, how it will work, it should be various. It will be very much important for you because in the commercial you can find it generally 4-wheelers are the most which comes very soon in that commercial basis, right? So you
There
should
is one
learn about the 4-wheel
question.
basics.
Okay, awesome. There is one question from Abhishek. Sir,
Mhm.
myself Abhishek from Sri Krishna College of Engineering and Technology, Commodore third year. Okay, Commodore, I think we have done our 2 events in the Commodore. Welcome, Abhishek. How should I approach the automobile industries for joining as an electrical engineer? I think Bharat, you can take this question.
Yes, sir. Like, so going to that question of Abhishek from Sri Krishna College. So, as you can understand, the current scenario in automobile industry. So, most of the vehicles are moving in, and they might be getting electrified. So, obviously, when there is an opening taking place in an automobile industry, you can make yourself as one virtual candidate to get inside the industry. When it comes to making yourself capable enough to get into an automobile industry particularly, so you must have proper knowledge about the entire electrical subsystem. So when we say like not many vehicles in the industry now are solar based, but the battery and motor are the major parts that is like you are expected to have knowledge. So when we say about motors, though HVC is concentrating on BLDC alone, in the market, there are about 5 types of motors, including BLDC, that is available. So when we say about the other parts, we have PMDC, then it is like IPMM, interior permanent magnet motors. So then we can say like synchronous motors are also there. Synchronous permanent magnet synchronous motors are there. So like about 5 to 6 motors are being used in the global market for electric vehicles and electric bikes. Okay. So in that perspective, you must have clear knowledge about these motors, and you must also have software knowledge, wherein like designing of these motors is also one big industry that is working out. So as it is like, as you are in third year, you might be coming across a paper called Design of Electrical Machines, possibly in your syllabus. So that is one important paper you have to understand. And SEM is also one paper, Special Electrical Machines, where you will be witnessing all these particular types of motors. So in that motor part, you have to be having knowledge. When it comes to batteries, there are several companies in Coimbatore also, and even in Bangalore, those who are like taking up the responsibility of buying these lithium-ion cells and manufacturing the battery banks, and as well as like what to say, like BMS unit management. So you can also offer yourself an internship in those companies, which even SUVC can also guide you and help you out. So if you have hands-on training on that, obviously you are the person whom the automobile industry will expect to get in.
I would like to add one more point, Abhishek, if you are listening this comment. Obviously, Bharat has answered all your doubts. If you ever want to do like working in a Tesla, like my friend is working in a Tesla, so you can also go for the MS, like hybrid electrical vehicle. There is a one specific course. After that, you can also do and go to the major companies like GM, Ford, or this Tesla. So it's up to you how you want to see the future of your life. So it's up to you. So lot of opportunities. This type of event will automatically help you to get a good resume also, besides the learning practical experiences. So yeah, one comment from this Yogi. Yogi is a very funny guy. So automobile engineers never sleep. Yeah, true, indeed. I agree with you, Yogi. I was also an automobile engineer, and I work with Baha. We sometimes we never sleep. Yeah, you can say that. So one question from Ashu, sir, how to design suspension of three wheel? Like we want to design three-wheeler vehicles, so that what parameter should we have to consider while designing? So I think
Yes.
this question Karan can answer.
Yeah, I will answer to the question also. Like, if you are going for a three-wheeler, basically, like you should come up with tadpole design, not the delta design. Like what I'm saying is, two wheels should be in the front and one should be in the rear, not the other way, like we see in auto rickshaws. Okay, so to go with that, for designing a three-wheeler, it is like naturally designed in such a way for the three-wheelers is like all the three wheels will be at the ground at all times. So for a suspension to be designed there, like for the front, you can go with either McPherson or Wishbone type. For the rear, like you can naturally go with swing arm type, as we normally see in two-wheelers bike, right? So two-wheeler bike, right, where the tail arm, like you will having the two springs and with the shock dampers on the either side. In between that, you will have in the wheel. So I think like you can go with trailing arm or the swing arm type in the rear.
Okay. So one more question. I think Ajit, you should answer, or Bharat, you can take this question. This is from the mechatronics engineer. Oh, good. Mechatronics is one of my favorite. So Python is the thing. Mechatronics. Okay. We all know that who is Iron Man. He's also a mechatronics engineer. So the question is, which is better, PLDC or PMDC or AC?
So I will take out this question, Prithar. So before taking, again, there is an activity. Can you can the question who have asked can comment out and make your camera on and speak in front, your name
Yeah,
and all.
mechatronics engineer. We would like to see the coming
The
Iron
name is,
Man, Robert
yes.
Downey Jr. Yeah, we would like to see, because in the Avengers we have seen it is gone, and we are always love that person.
Come
So
on,
Mechatronics, can you switch on your video? Is it comfortable to you? You are in the good position, or you are in some, not to say it's a no sir. Okay, he would do not want to come on the screen. I think he's on
okay.
maybe
Can by his speak can he ask by making his icon?
okay. Mechatronics, Ayi sir, I think he is liking you. So you can speak a question. If you want to do not turn on your video, you can turn on your audio.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Hi, Mechatronics. First, tell your name and college name because I love to see your name.
Sir, Sugidrat from Sri Krishna College.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So the question is, which is better, VLDC or PMDC or AC? Now, Ajit, you can go ahead.
generally, yes, coming back to this answers, first I would like to brief. Like, see, basically in this electric vehicle, if I'm saying for the project you are designing, the better you will go for that flange motors, that is BLDC, right? So they are the perfect one, which is commercially also viable and usable. And in this way, you can learn more about motors and all. Now coming back to other events, when you're designing for that commercial basis, like retrofits and all, you prefer to go for AC motors because they will be at the lowest prices will be available. Now coming back to that PMDC, which is which cannot be available at that greatest power. So these are usable in small projects, saying the electrical bicycles and all. So both the three motors which you have asked, basically they are having their application in their field. So if you want to ask for particularly solar vehicle, I recommend to go for the BLDC. And if you are experienced team, so go with that French BLDC so that you can learn much more.
I think, Ajit, I want to ask one question. What is retrofit vehicle? You have said that.
Okay, so in that retrofit vehicles, generally we are converting the vehicles in petrol to electrical. In the technically workshop, we are also arranging some of the technically workshop in a future way. So we will teach that how you can convert the existing Maruti 800 petrol car into electrical one. We are also coming with some of the ideas. I think on the next Sunday or next Sunday, we will give you your information that when we are going to announce this technically workshop. I love to join you, and in this we will give you the learning and lessons that how retrofit vehicle is that future, which is going to coming in 2025, and solar vehicle. Yes, it needs a time to take on the solar vehicles because as the current scenario is going on, so it will take a time of around 2030 because that PM Modi already announced the theme. So in that way, you can come in that way. Even if you will allow me, Birkat, I would like to present that yes, we have SCP session of our website is also somehow improved. So just for a few minutes, I'm just presenting my screen.
Okay, you can go ahead. In the meantime, there is one question for Ganpati. He's saying, "Hello, sir. I faced some issue in welding of different grades MS material during vehicle manufacturing. Can you share any specific method to do welding of different grades MS material, sir?" So I think Karan can you can answer this manufacturing or anyone who want to answer this welding question.
Yes, Kanapati, like I would like to know like which grade of material like you have been you tried to weld. You can type in the you can type in the chat box.
Ganpati, you can on your audio, or you can even
Type in the chat
chat
box.
with your type in the this chat box.
Okay, 1020 and 1040. Okay, these are okay.
I think ESI 1020 is
Yeah, 102.
turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, dome pipe.
Yes, 1020 and 1040. Like normally they are carbon steels. Yes.
Yeah.
To weld with like you must know the properties of each and every that material that you are going to weld earlier, because 1020 and 1040 might have a variation in their other composition apart from the carbon. I think for 20 is from the other components like nickel and chromium won't come here. Like chromium is 4, like a code is 4. So the other components like manganese or thing, like because they have a significant contribution to that material. So just give us some time. Like I already had that thing. Like just give me a minute.
Okay. I think there is TIG, MIG. There are a lot of weldings available.
Yeah.
Just we will give you more information regarding this.
Yes.
So there is one question from mechatronics engineer. Sir, whether we have to weld as the cuttings in the software or grinding edge curves at weld? The question is, sir, whether we have to weld as the cuttings in the software or grinding edge curves and weld. So, what do you want to ask? I think, uh, what you have done in the software, like you have to cut as per the that also, or you can just alternate while you
No,
doing the
like
manufacturing.
yeah, like in SolidWorks, to be specific, under weldment section, if you are joining the materials in a continuous loop, naturally it will take it in a continuous path. And if you are joining any pipe which is perpendicular to that plane of the pipe, like naturally it will naturally create a notch there and it will fix. So like
Okay.
unless and until like you discontinue like you join the unless and until like you join the pipe in a not in a continuous loop fashion, then it will that the joining will create an unformed, like abrupt type of a joint. Otherwise, like it will create a perfect joint. You have no need to go for any grinding in like with respect to the softer part. Like it will naturally create the shape.
In the manufacturing, you can do that because
Yeah,
it
in the
will
manufacturing,
also.
based on the design, like you can say click the notch and you can join it.
Okay, I think we are also having, due to the paucity of time, we will take 3 to 4 questions more, and we will cover this session more in the future. So I think participant can ping this question, whatever the question or the queries they are facing. So they can ping out in the comment box. So anyone wants to have a specific question, just come on the screen. They can also not chat, directly talk to the judges.
Yes, sir.
No,
Prakash
you
sir,
want
like we
to?
have another question from Abhishek again.
Okay, okay,
Uh, Sir, I
okay.
have a doubt.
Yeah, sir, I have a doubt that in the AC motor, the losses is less compared to the DC motor. By moving to the AC motor, we can save the energy of the battery. Why are we using DC motors, sir? So I think it is asking regarding this AC and DC. Since Tesla or other cars are also using the AC, so I think he is having a doubt. I think Karan, sorry, Bharat, you can take this question.
Yes, sir. Yes, Abhishek, to clarify one particular fact here is that just because BLDC motor is named to be DC, it is actually not a DC motor. The operation of the BLDC motor is concerned with the AC pulse that enters. So, like a BLDC motor will always have a motor controller. So that controller is receiving the power of DC from the battery and it is converting it into AC pulse, and based on the feedback input of the Hall sensor, it is going to supply AC. So basically the internal operation of the BLDC motor is AC operation only, because you have the rotating magnetic field only operating inside. It is not a static magnetic field, to be specific. So like if you want more clarity, more specific technical clarity, future workshops will also help you. And you're also invited to ask the questions to us personally too. So what I say is that obviously AC motors have lesser losses. BLDC motor is not a DC motor. Collectively, as a drive, we can call a BLDC motor as a DC motor. Okay.
There is one more question from Madhu Marwal. Okay. So, sir, is there any MS course regarding designing of electric cars? So, I will take this question. I think Ajit will also take this question. I will have to give my insights since I have gone to the MS and have a little bit knowledge. Previous session, you can also see the previous session that Divanshu sir has taken live from the Canada. He also speak regarding this. So, there are some courses regarding the electrical vehicle. So there is one University of Michigan. In this, there is a Michigan Technical University. So there is a proper electric hybrid vehicle. There is a specific course in which they taught you the designing and all that battery. So right now he's working in the Tesla. So you can know how much fascinated it is. There are a lot of courses in the Germany also. You can see that. So yes, I will ping you. That's Madhu Marwal. Will give you detailed information regarding the MS courses. Just ping on this website number, and I will give you the further detail. I think the time is going to be end. We will take one more question. Before that, you can give the review in the chat box. How is the session, and we will provide you the further session or more number of session, like the, if you can, we can come to the industry perception. So last question we will take mechatronics engineer. But the question is, but there is some torque differences from AC from DC. So BLDC is high starting torque, but in AC good torque is in over RPM. So he will asking that since there is extra advantage of AC over DC, and RPM, it is revolution per minute. So Bharat, can you take this question?
Yes, sir. Like when it comes to the torque difference, the point given by the mechatronics engineer is obviously right. But when you are going into use a AC motor, like AC induction motor, commercially viable, so you need to work on your conversion circuit, obviously, DC to AC conversion circuit. So there lies the challenge whether dynamically you can your converter circuit is going to support you in giving your requisite supply to operate the AC motor. So as you know, like AC induction motors, you might have run them in your laboratories and you might have seen their operations. So
I think
obviously the reason for
we
going in
have
for a
we could,
BLDC motor is very simple. It is much more feasible and easy to operate. Challenges faced in an AC motor operation, and that too for a vehicle, we prefer BLDC. If in case like you're going to come up with the AC motor, we also appreciate that, obviously.
okay, awesome. So I think Ajit, you are telling regarding some workshop because the student have a lot of queries. So will you provide some workshop, or in the previous you have provided any workshop? Can you help something regarding the workshop?
So in this workshop, I think we will clear all the basic, the technically details about what the basic things we need to be designed for the solar cars and all. And because it is a very short timing, I need to be go back to the urgent as well because at 5. That's why I'm just presenting these things. So yes, in this upcoming sessions, we are going to be present the sessions. I want before ending of this session because time already gone. I want like some of the person can come out their mic that cameras with on and share their feedback so that I can be wave off with that positive note. Can anyone?
Can anyone, Ganpati, can you come on the screen and give some feedback regarding this workshop? There are a lot of persons who are still joining and leaving. Uh, I think that it is the right time to just end the session. We have a great session. And last
Yeah.
point, I would like to say that yes, we just always change what you want to be. It's not like that. Like if I say that when the Elon Musk has just started his vision, so there are a lot of problems, obviously. So what he do, he makes a change, and it's not like that the whole world will change in a one overnight day. So there's a lot of challenges are there. You do your part, so and the world will make a change. So I think on that note, we can finish our session, and we will love to talk to you, all of you. I am a Prakash and love to a good host with you. So it's a lovely time with you. So we will do the further session in this coming coffee with SUVC, and the workshop also the guys are planning. So thank you all of you. We will wind up the session.